All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. After that break, we're about to get into the winter match here. And, well, let's say the DreamHack Cluj qualifiers, hosted in Stockholm by DreamHack in the DreamHack Monster Studio. I think I got everything there. But this is going to be the best of three that I think everybody is really looking forward to in this group, because it's going to settle who gets that first seed, who gets a spot at the major, and who's going to have to play on Saturday at Globen and Exit. So, guys, joining me on the panel now, we have changed things up. I think you guys noticed that. We've got YNK, Mini-Me, and Natu. How's it going, guys? You really enjoyed casting that match, didn't you, Sato?
It was good. It was a lot of fun. It was kind of a bit of a treat that I got to cast Team Liquid. I've seen their recent results online, of course, at PGL. The 2 best-of-5s that they won, and it was I think kind of epitomized the story that they've had going for them lately, because on the first night we saw them in that series, they got absolutely trounced by CLG.
True.
And then the next night they came back, won the best-of-5 against them. We didn't think they would, and then followed that up with another win against LG. So that was like the excitement for me, because I knew that, okay, they're on to something with this new roster. So I'm glad to see they translated it in the first game.
Well, it's kind of like what we were talking about. Just you get that feeling in the pit of your stomach when Hiko is playing, when he gets in those clutch situations, that this guy's just going to get it done, especially when he's got Tech9 in his hand. He's probably fighting for the title of the best Tech9 player in the world at this point.
It's like, you know, when you see JW going for those constant 3 picks, you know, which no other player would do, and you know, like, that it's still going to happen, he's still going to get it. It's the same with Hikos. Like, we were talking about, and he was in that particular 1v2 with the Tech9, we were like, yeah, this is his round, you know, even if it shouldn't be, but like, you just know, like, that's the X factor, you know, that a player can bring, that the superstar player brings to your team.
Also, he contributes to the team spirit, I noticed. He's throwing in those cheeky little jokes here and there and making sure people notice if one of the opponents is not playing up to the level people are expecting to, and that type of thing is going to keep the mood light and make sure no one's going to start getting too jumpy.
Well, you know, speaking of hype, speaking of mood, it's time to go ahead and take a look at what these guys are all fighting to be a part of. That'll be coming up at the end of October.
There comes a time in every man's life when you have to admit defeat. Despite hours, weeks, and years of training, suddenly something goes wrong. And in the fragment of a second, you are not the winner anymore. This creates something, a feeling inside that tells you to keep on fighting and not to give up. The defeat becomes an inspiration and makes the obstacle easier to overcome. Your training has a whole new purpose. It's not really training anymore. It's a victorious warm-up round. Victory is coming. Your defeat has made you stronger. You are ready to win. Win again.
MVP with a spray down, triple, forward kill, they all line up. Now he's trapped in the back line with an AWP with a real chance to finish this. The shot as he jumps. Off, and it doesn't look possible here. Rain gets 3 kills though. One will left the back, taking on the quad kill. Are you kidding me? Rain, he picks up every single one.
Marty game with the double, and Apex picks them off as they go rotating in. This is big.
Oh, good grenade. That's a touchdown. Look at the damage done. And Fletcher, draw that shot. Oh my God, Fletcher, what an incredible hold for the jump shot. He's going to jump off of that. Down JW. Oh, oh my God, Exist, what are you doing? Takes down 3 members in 3 seconds. Wow, what a shot on the RPK. Gets the point on the Maniac. What a monster.
This isn't self-serving or anything, obviously, because I'm doing the commentary in that thing, but I still get chills, like just this wave of goosebumps once that finishes up. So it gets to get right, and you're just like, oh.
Definitely.
Chills. Do you listen to somebody go to bed and get chills then too?
Sometimes, yeah.
Oh, wow.
If it's a little cold outside.
I listen to Big Me when I go to bed too and get chills. Just to let you know, similar.
You know, buddy. Always close one way or another. But, Nadu, You want to chime in on this? I mean, really, Cluj-Napoca,
Right on that
man, it's
conversation.
right.
I don't want to.
Well, you know, let's say what happens in the sauna
buddy.
stays in the sauna, right? You know, that's what we always said in Finland.
Exactly. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah. On one hand, we have Mousesports here, who had a slow start, you could say. Started to play better as the previous series went along, but definitely some early struggles, and it felt like they were just out of sync. They're sort of like when they were doing their pushes and even retakes, the timings were just not there. And I don't know if it's the communication still. It's still an adjustment period for them, picking up Nico, and it's a new player, different style of player from Speedy. And also you had to change the language. So a lot of things going on there. So it's always going to be a bit of a, especially in this high pressure situation. On the other side, I have Liquid, who just played, well, very good T-sides. CT sides were not great, but their T-sides were definitely something that were worth a lot.
That's the theme of the day right now. T-sides just look so good for everybody. The CT side, it's still taking some adjustment. But let's go ahead and start breaking down the map veto. We have it a little bit earlier this time, so we'll be able to talk a bit more about the process, which maps we like, which we don't. But it already seems like, if I can make it out, how the hell did you do this, Sato? So Train was the first ban for Liquid. That was followed by an overpass ban for Mouse. And then the first pick is going to be Cash, followed by Cobblestone. And it just looks like Inferno is the
feels
closer.
like the teams played a game of chicken here, you
Yeah,
know,
buddy.
with the vetoing, you know.
And you, with your Serbian connection with Nico, talked to one, and I talked to Liquid. And the conclusion was one thought the other would ban Inferno, and neither did. So here
The
it
amazing
is.
thing is it continued through the second ban stage as well, you know. So they went like all the way with that assumption.
This feels, you know, okay, there was a random 3, right, between Fnatic and Na'Vi, but when Nuke came up to settle the you know, that,
I heard
that
a
match.
I heard a discussion.
I'm getting the same kind of feeling right now where I'm just like, this is going to be so ugly to watch. It's just like both of these teams just going to be like hitting each other like, we want to go to the major.
I heard a discussion between Chris J was talking about this to his teammates, like, are we going to be scared about Liquid's overpass? And they're not why we should be. And then like 5 minutes later, I'll walk in and they're still having the same conversation. Yeah, let's ban overpass. It's like, I don't know. I guess, you know, they found some respect to Liquid as the match went along.
I mean, this is all now inside information. You know, I talked to Nico, as Sado mentioned, and I asked him, like, are you gonna? They are known to ban Inferno as well. He's like, no, we're gonna leave it through. Basically, we're gonna go for overpass. Our Inferno is not as bad like now. That's what he said. And I mean, realistically speaking, like Inferno is a much simpler map to play than overpass, in my opinion. Individually, you know, people have played it for a longer time than overpass and everything, for sure. So I think that it's better gambling on Inferno than on overpass.
I think what's going to be the most interesting is if this goes down to the third map, Cash. That would be an awesome map to see between the two
showdown.
Third map. Right?
Yeah, Inferno's third. Yeah, that's right. We're going to see Cash.
Oh, yeah,
regardless.
it was there. Yeah, never mind.
It's actually the start off, but Cash should be a showdown. It's really good to be here.
I like how we're completely ignoring like the fact that we're
we've seen them already once.
We're trying a different tack here. We're trying it's a different host in the chair. I see the show happening a different way. So, you know, I think this is flowed a bit better.
I disagree with your choice.
I think that this is, you know, we have a little bit more going on here. So, you know, obviously we're going to wrap up with Chris J.
But Chris J, seriously, has to be pointed out, but he's been very vocal this time. He's been almost screaming out there. Usually the more of an, you could even say emo type of a guy sometimes. Just
sometimes, yeah.
Going through the motions. But this time around, he's been the guy carrying this team emotionally.
I think he's finally changed his mindset. You know, he's always been a player that struggled heavily with nerves. I mean, online when he's comfortable, he's just capable of these godlike plays. But it's always been the struggle to bring that out on LAN, where I think he really does, you know, have a big fight to do with his nerves. So, to me, this seems like a revitalized Chris J, where he was nervous yesterday, but coming into the matches, he's probably managed to succeed in putting that out of his mind. Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and talk about their opponents now. I mean, Team Liquid, we've seen what they're capable against Renegades, but that considering Renegades' shape at London and, you know, their prep going into this one, do we think that was an impressive win on their part?
I'm still not convinced Renegades have found their feet with the new patch. I don't want to use that as an excuse because there were some other issues on their CT sides as well. But well, I mean, the issue is that the CT sides still affect Liquid as well. And if we see the Mousesports from this morning, then Liquid definitely, the way they played on their T sides, have a chance in this. But Mouse on a good day should still be able to take Liquid on paper.
Yeah, most definitely. I was more impressed with Liquid than I was with Mouse, but you know, like we were talking about it yesterday as well, it seems like in these group stages you always see like teams show two faces, like Flipside yesterday, amazing in their first match, not as amazing in their second match. So we'll see. Like I would expect more from Mouse in this match in particular. I don't think they're gonna. I think they're gonna be more coordinated now, more calm probably. So I think it's gonna be really interesting. And as Sado mentioned, like Renegades have been struggling on their city sides in London and here as well. I don't think that Mouse struggles as much, so they're gonna be able to put up a bigger fight to the Liquid T side for sure.
Do you agree with this, Nato? I mean, we just had your opinion there.
Yeah,
on the
no,
topic,
I do.
but...
It's literally nothing to add. That was spot on.
All right, guys. Well, that's all the discussion we're going to get to have here because the teams haven't been wasting any time. They've just finished the knife round, so we'll be getting into the first map, and the guys who are going to bring you the action. I mean, I don't think this comes as any surprise when Hiko's on the server. Anders is going to be there, and it's going to be DDK joining him. So, guys, take it away.